BB851, turn right, heading 180. Order 14 Papa, turn right 245, report localizer established.
In another step towards the recovery of the global aviation industry, Air Canada announced some very welcomed news surrounding their passengers carried in recent days, noting that they did indeed carry a lovely total of 100,701 customers on the 15th of April as they continue to see recovery from the pandemic. Notably for the carrier, this is the first time since the emergence of the pandemic in the first quarter of 2020 that the airline has carried 100,000 in a single day. However, it is continuing to see bookings increase, people return to the skies, and more importantly, confidence. Something in the past year especially you could argue wasn't there, as it seemed like something was changing every single week, but not necessarily for the better, leading many people to postpone travel until further firm clarity was provided. It wasn't just the customers, though, that shared this outlook. The aviation industry, especially within Canada, which included a host of aviation companies, like airlines, ground handling companies, and airports, and a whole lot more, were generally crying out to the government to explain critical decisions that were, if anything, being made and putting the travel sector in the dark, as other areas maybe progressed forward. While things are still a way to go before we're back to how it was before the pandemic, airlines and also aviation companies alike can most definitely be encouraged by the recent progress and hope that yes, will only continue well into the future. Carrying 100,000 passengers is a milestone, and for some reference, during the height of this pandemic in the second quarter of 2020, the airline was actually going as low as 2,000 passengers per day, this being a figure of only around 2,175, highlighting just what the fall-off honestly did look like. In 2019, though, of course, before the pandemic, they were carrying on average 150,000 passengers every single day, with it rising to a record in August of 2019 to some 187,000 passengers. So therefore, hitting 100,000 now in today's climate is a massive achievement for the Canadian-based carrier. But, like I've said many times, there's still a ways to go. And also, without trying to take the spotlight too much away from Air Canada, who of course are the focus of today's proceedings, these numbers are also rather staggering in contrast and comparing to Cathay Pacific. This Hong Kong-based airline cannot simply carry 30,000 passengers per month. It also highlights the severe difference in current circumstances in the home of each airline's operations. But of course, it's a startling reminder that we aren't totally out of the woods. Now, while of course some airlines are thriving with growth and a general good strong rebound, there are some airlines within the world that, through absolutely no fault of their own, that are being hanging out in the woods to freeze. And of course, that definitely grounds us a little bit more. What are your thoughts, though, on the Canadian carrier reporting 100,000 passengers carried for a single day, and to reiterate for the final time, this being the first time they've done this since the emergence of the global pandemic? You can let me know down below in the comments. Do subscribe to the channel if you are new. Take care, and I'll see you next time.